Boxing Truth here. Some interesting news came out today about the Top Rank's lawsuit against Haymon. Finally, news came out that the federal judge in Los Angeles has decided to toss Haymon's attempt to have Bob Arum's lawsuit dismissed. The case will not proceed in court. Everybody who's been following this case cannot get their popcorn ready. It looks like obviously the lawsuit will proceed in court. That means discovery will happen with Haymon and his practices on the PBC. A lot of allegations against Haymon ever since he received this. Well, it's been reported up to $500 million in capital from a Kansas firm in Wilder and Reed over a year ago. With that money, he's been able to stage a lot of fights on various networks. He has time buys with ESPN, CBS, FS1, NBC. I'm not sure his deal with Fox, which will begin on January 23rd for Guerrero Garcia as the main event. I'm not sure if that's the time buy. I'm hearing rumors that it's not. That's an actual license fee type of deal. Now, the case will proceed in court, and it's not a win for Bob Arum. It's simply, the discovery will not begin. Bob Arum's attorneys Top Rank. That's what what they wanted. They want everything to come out. They want, now Haymon has to he has to reveal documents to Arum's attorneys. They have to pretty much everyone involved with PBC will have to, they'll have to do testimonies, they'll have to do depositions, they'll have to reveal records, documents, everyone involved in the PBC. And most importantly, Haymon himself will have to do a deposition in court, and it's something a lot of boxing reporters have wanted. They wanted the opportunity to ask the questions of what the questions that will be asked in his deposition. But obviously Haymon, he doesn't speak to reporters, doesn't speak to the media. It's impossible to reach him. He doesn't have a cell phone, doesn't have email. Even his own fighters have a hard time getting a hold of him. I only think Mayweather has a direct contact with him, and a lot of his fighters describe him as a ghost. He comes and goes whenever he pleases, and it'll be interesting to see where this goes. Obviously, Haymon has another lawsuit against him by De La Hoya, the Golden Boy Promotions, for pretty much the same type of, they're alleging monopoly practices. He's doing it in boxing. He's trying to take over boxing. That's what's being alleged against Haymon. And, by his behavior with the PBC, hiring these other promoters involved with these shows like TGB, DeBella on the East Coast, Warriors Boxing. And it seems like De La Hoya and Arum have a case against them, but it's hard to tell if, where this goes. Can they win this lawsuit? Who knows? Nobody really knows if, Top Rank and Golden Boy can put an end to this PBC venture, or perhaps, at least temporarily stop it until a verdict is reached. And what's also interesting, it was reported by Lance Pragmar of the Times. He wrote a story regarding the lawsuit and how it will proceed in court. It also talked about Mikey Garcia. I recently spoke about him. I did a video about him about the other day, and apparently Arum is also suing Mikey Garcia in court in Nevada, and it looks like what I stated is perhaps true, that Haymon was involved with Garcia, and that he perhaps gave him advice to try to break away from Aram's contract. And right now, that case is still ongoing, so it's not. There's no seems no insight for that case for Mikey. Doesn't seem like he's gonna be fighting anytime soon because that case is still ongoing. I'm still scratching my head why he made that decision. It's been 2.5 years, almost 2 years since he's fought, and the case is still ongoing. It's unbelievable. And now the case will proceed. Everyone get their popcorn ready. Obviously, we won't be able to see the deposition of Al Haymon, but people have joked that they will pay pay-per-view money just as to see the lawyers asked Haymon the questions that every boxing reporter has wanted to ask him for years. To be continued with this story, this is Boxing Truth. I'm out.